Hi, my little learners. Back to learning. Today is Tuesday, May 5th, 2020, and it is time for our math lesson. Woo! Yay! So we are moving on to our next topic, which is topic 14. We finished topic 13 last week, and we are just moving right along. So let's first start off. We're going to count together today using our 100 chart. And as we count, I'm going to mark the numbers with a color so that we know we already counted that number. And how about we use yellow today? So we're going to start at number 1, and we're going to count all the way to 100. You guys ready? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Are you counting with me? Good. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Woo! Okay, let's practice some skip counting next. I'm going to change the color about pink, and we're going to do our tens. So we're going to do our skip counting from 10 to 100, and we're going to be counting by tens. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Are you ready? All right, here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Good job. Easy peasy, grilled cheesy. Okay, let's move on to our lesson for today. We got our robot video pulled up. And here we go.
Length is the measure of an object from end to end. Are these spoons the same length? No, they are not the same length. An object is longer if it has greater length. Which spoon is longer? How do you know? The top spoon is longer. The end sticks out farther than the other spoon. Height is the measure of an object from bottom to top. Are these spoons the same height? No, they are not the same height. An object is taller if it has a greater height. Which spoon is taller? How do you know? The left spoon is taller. The end sticks up higher than the right spoon. Marta compares the refrigerator and the chair. Is she comparing their height or their length? She is comparing their height. Which is taller? How do you know? The refrigerator is taller. The refrigerator sticks up higher than the chair. When an object is not as long or tall as another, you can say it is shorter. What word would you use to describe the height of the chair compared to the height of the refrigerator? Why? You would use the word shorter. The chair is not as tall as the refrigerator, so the chair is shorter than the refrigerator. How does lining up the ends of the objects help you compare them? If the ends are lined up, you can look at the other end to compare the length or height.
Now you know how to compare objects by length and height.
Okay, so this week we are going to be learning about measuring objects and comparing the measurement of those objects. Today's lesson, we're working on length. Length is how long something is. So something can be very long, or something can be very short, or it can be just short and longer or shorter. We're also going to be learning today about height. That's when you have two objects that are standing up. So here they have a refrigerator, and then they were comparing the height with a chair. When we talk about things that are taller or shorter when it comes to height, that is how big they are when they are standing up. So this refrigerator is taller than the chair while they are standing up. And again, length is when something is laying down and you're talking about how long something is. And when you're talking about length, you use the words long and short. When you talk about height, when objects are standing up, you talk about taller or tall and short. So short is used to compare both length and height, but when something is bigger in height, it is tall. When something is bigger in length, it is longer. So length is when something is laying down. Height is when something is standing up. Okay, here we go to our workbook. Now we're looking at two crayons. We have this crayon here and this crayon here. And right now, these two crayons are laying down. So we're going to be talking about and comparing their length, how long they are. So which crayon is longer? Which crayon is longer? The top crayon or the bottom crayon? Yell it out to me. Is the top crayon longer or is the bottom crayon longer? The bottom crayon is longer. And you can tell because the top crayon ends right here and the bottom crayon keeps going. So the bottom crayon is longer. And we're talking about length. Length, say that word for me. Length. Because they are laying down. So length, laying down. Length, laying down. Now let's look at these two chairs. The two chairs are standing up. So we're going to be comparing their height. Everybody say that word for me. Height. Again, height. So that is when two objects are standing up. So if we look at these two chairs that are standing up, and I wanted to ask you, which chair is shorter in height? Which one would you tell me? Would you tell me the green one or the brown one? The one that is shorter in height. Yell it to me so I can hear you all the way to my house. The green one is shorter. So again, height. Say that word for me. Height. Yep. Height is when you're comparing the size of something when they're standing up. Length, go ahead and say length. Yep, length is when you're comparing the size of something that is laying down. Good. Next page. So this week's lessons, we're going to be measuring objects and talking about how to compare measuring objects. And again, today we're learning about length, when two things are laying down and we're comparing them, or height, when two things are standing up. All right, let's look at these two pencils. They're both laying down, so we're going to compare their length. Their length. So, of these two pencils, do we have a longer pencil? Look at those two pencils. Look at where they begin. Here, they both begin here. And then look at where they end. Do we have a pencil that's longer? No, they're both the same. They are both equal. Yes, yes. So we do not have a pencil that is longer in length, and we also don't have a pencil that is shorter in length. Both of these pencils are the same length or the same size. Good. Again, length is when you're measuring something that is laying down. Okay, let's look at this leaf and this branch. Are we measuring length? Length. And another way to think about it too is length is left to right, just the way we write or the way we read. Length is left side to right side, whereas height is top to bottom. Height, top to bottom, when something is standing up. Length is when something's laying down or left to right. So if we're going to compare the size of this leaf and this branch, are we comparing the length, left to right, or are we comparing the height, top to bottom, up and down, standing? We're comparing the length. Both of these are laying down, and we're going to look at their measurements from left to right. Is there something here that's shorter? We have the green leaf and we have the brown branch. Is something shorter? Is either one of these shorter? The branch is shorter. And you can tell because you can look at where they both begin on the left side, which is the same spot. And then if you go along towards your right, the branch stops right here, but the leaf keeps going. So the leaf is longer. It's longer in length, and the branch is shorter than the leaf in length. Okay, let's look at these vases. So these vases are standing up. So are we going to be measuring their length or their height? We're going to be comparing and measuring their height, the standing up, from top to bottom. Do we have a vase that is taller? Is it the left vase or the right vase? Which one is taller? Left or the right vase? Yell it loud. The right vase. The right vase is taller. And we can tell because they both start here on the bottom. But if we go toward the top, this one stops here, but the one on the left one stops here, but the one on the right keeps going. So the one on the right is taller than the one on the left. So we are measuring the height because they are standing, and we're talking about top to bottom. All right, let's look at the two rulers. Are we going to be comparing the height, the top to bottom, or are we comparing the length, the left to right? The height, we are measuring the height, the top to bottom. Looking at these two rulers, is there a ruler that is shorter? Is there a ruler that is shorter? Look at the bottom, see where they start. Look at the top, see where they end. Is there a ruler that is shorter? No? Okay. Is there a ruler that is taller? Look at the top of them. Is there a ruler that is taller? No. They are both the same, so they are both equal in their height. And again, height is from bottom to top when you're measuring or comparing objects. The length is when the objects are laying down and you're measuring from left side to right side. Good. Next page. Okay, we have a couple of wrenches here, and it looks like they're laying down. Are we measuring the length or are we measuring the height? We're measuring the length. We're measuring how long they are from left to right. We're comparing their length. Of these two wrenches, is there a wrench that is longer? Check it out. Make sure you're looking at them. Look at where they both start on the left side and then move to the right. So this wrench stops right here. Does this wrench keep going? Yeah, so which one is longer? The top wrench or the bottom wrench? I can't hear you. Yes, the top wrench is longer, and we are comparing the length, the size it is from left side to right side. Okay, let's look at these two cool shoes right here. Are we going to be comparing the length, the left to right, or are we comparing the height, top to bottom? We're comparing the length, how long it is from left side to the right side. All right, look at those two shoes. Is there a shorter shoe? Is there a shorter shoe? So look at where they both start on the left side. That looks the same to me. Now we're going to move to the right. We're looking for a shoe that is shorter. And this top one looks like it ends here. What about the bottom one? Kind of the same spot. So these shoes are both what? They are equal. They are the same length. We're talking about how long they are from left to right. And they are both the same length. So they are equal. Okay, the next ones. Okay, so these would be a little hard for me to compare because I can't draw on these. So how about we go to our first page and just review our length and our height. All right, so here we have our friend. She has two spoons. These two spoons are laying down, and we would be comparing their length. You can see the word here, length. So that is how long they are from left side to the right side. Here, the two spoons are standing up, so we would be comparing their height. Height, how big they are from top to bottom. From top to bottom. Good. All right, let's see if I can do this. Let me see if I can go home. And let's see if you can tell me. Let me see. Shapes. Let's see if you can tell me which ones are longer, shorter, taller. I'm going to use some squares. Okay, I have alright, I've got some green squares that I made into some rectangles. Now these shapes, are they standing up or are they laying down? They are standing up. So am I going to be measuring the height? Am I going to be measuring the height or comparing the height? Or am I comparing the length, the left to right? The height. I'm going to be comparing the height. Okay, so if I asked you which one is shorter, would you tell me the left rectangle or the right rectangle? Which one is shorter? Yell it to me so I can hear. The right rectangle. Yes, we can see they both start here. They both start at the same spot on the bottom. And then as I move toward the top, because I want to see which one is shorter or smaller, the right one stops here, but the left one keeps going. And I wanted to know which one was shorter, which is this one right here, the one on the right side. Okay, let me erase those. Let me try another one. Let's see if I can use these triangles. Got some pink triangles. Do you kind of already know what we're going to be comparing by looking at how I'm setting these up? Are they standing up or are they laying down? They're laying down. So are we going to be measuring the height, the top to bottom, or are we measuring the length, the left to right? We're going to be measuring the length, the left to right. So which one of these rows of triangles is longer? Which one is longer? So check out where they both start. We're on the left side and we're moving to the right. Which one is longer? Is it the top row or the bottom row? Top row or bottom row? Yell it to me so I can hear you. The bottom row is longer. We can see that the top row, it ends right here, but the bottom row, it keeps going. So the bottom row is longer. So again, for our measurement lesson today, we were learning about length and height. Length is when you are measuring something while it's laying down. You're measuring it from left to right. Height is when you're measuring something from bottom to top, when it is standing up. Okay, and I also wanted to play the story for this week's lesson, lessons of measuring. So right here, and the title of this story is When Bob Shops. And here we go.
When Bob Shops. Written by Carolyn Fleck. Illustrated by Jenny B. Harris. Bob wants the biggest bear. Which bear does Bob buy?
So Bob wants the biggest bear. We have 3 bears here. He wants the biggest bear. Do you know which one is the biggest? All right, let's see if you are right.
Biggest?
All right, you were right. The one all the way on the right side was the biggest. And this one would be the what? The smallest.
Bob needs a smaller size. Which shirt does Bob buy?
All right, so this shirt is kind of long on Bob. You can't even see his hands, and it's almost hanging down to his feet. So he needs a smaller shirt, right? So we've got some choices here. Do you think you know which one is the smaller shirt? We've got the left shirt and the right shirt. Do you know which one is smaller? Let's see if you're right.
Smaller?
If you said left, you were correct. The left shirt is the one that is smaller, and that'll fit Bob a lot better.
Bob wants the longest sandwich. Please don't forget the mayo. Which sandwich does Bob buy?
We got 3 sandwiches here, and Bob wants the longest. So we're talking about length. These sandwiches are laying down. He wants the longest sandwich. So we're looking at the sandwiches from left to the right, and he wants the longest sandwich. You have 3 choices. Point to which sandwich you think Bob is going to buy. Use that little pointer and point to the sandwich you think Bob is going to buy. All right, let's see if you're right.
Longest?
All right, if you were pointing to this bottom sandwich here, you are correct. Woo! Bob wants the longest sandwich, and this bottom one is the longest.
Bob wants the largest umbrella. Which one will he buy?
All right, Bob wants the largest umbrella. We have 3 umbrellas here. He wants the largest umbrella. It's raining outside. He needs a big umbrella. Which one is the largest? Go ahead and point to which one you think is the largest. Use that little pointer. Point to the umbrella that is the largest. Ready? All right, let's see if we're right.
Largest?
Okay, so if you were pointing to this umbrella all the way on the right with that was purple with the polka dots, you are correct. Woo boo. Okay, and that was a story about Bob going shopping, and he was using his measuring skills. Smallest, biggest, longest, shorter, larger. So this week we're going to be working on our measuring skills, and today was length and height. All right, my darlings, you did awesome today for our math lesson for Tuesday, May 5th. And I hope you guys are having a great day. And till our next lesson tomorrow, be good and have a good day. Bye, guys.